Welcome to the Experience Local, live with Russ and Scott, and our guest, Ray Davis of Davis Home Inspection.
Hello, and welcome to the Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Each week, they bring you conversations with local Christian businesses and business owners. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Catch the audio on KWIL 790 AM Monday evenings at 6 p.m. The Experience Local is brought to you each week by wonderful sponsors.
Guild Mortgage. Contact Buddy Puckett at 503-851-8031. NMLS number 270057. Independent Merchant Brokers. Low-cost and no-cost debit and credit card processing. 877-460-4747. IndependentMerchantBrokers.com. Father's Day is coming. Boson Hub Digital Development reminds you. Father's Day Firehouse Fun at Powerland Heritage Park. Learn more, OregonFireMuseum.org. Adams Rib Smokehouse, 1210 State Street, Salem, Oregon, 503-362-2194. AdamsRibSmokehouse.com.
And now, your hosts for the Experience Local, Russ and Scott.
Ta-da! We are here live. It is so great to see you guys. And yes, I almost got it 100% right. It is so great to see you all today. And welcome to the Experience Local, which we talk to believers in business. And we are so blessed to be with you today. Right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. We love Monday morning, start the week off right with a conversation that's inspiring and encouraging. And it's all local right here in the Willamette Valley. And today's guest is no exception. We're going to talk to a ray of sunshine.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Ray Davis, one of my bestest friends. Scott, you and Ray are in the same arena. Man, when I talk about people that I want to hang out with all the time, it's the two of you. So today is like an amazing day for me that I can be with both of you at the same time. And you know what? It's amazing because, Scott, you and I are blessed to be together each week a couple times here on the Experience Local, Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific, that it broadcasts here on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, and also 6 p.m. on KWIL radio, as we said in the intro, also broadcasts on Mondays. But we also get to be together on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Pacific. Love those times with you, my friend, and the Experience Backstage Wednesday. We just get a lot of opportunities to build community and share time with each other. And really, a lot of this show is all about community, but it's really focused on local and on believers in business. And I just love that part about the show.
Yeah, and people can watch live or the replay on the Hope 1079 Facebook page. And comment there. Please join in the conversation. Even if you're watching in replay, add those comments. We'd love to hear from you. And please support our sponsors and each week's guests. And today, Ray is going to tell us a little bit about his business and what he's doing here in our local community.
Yes, and I'm excited for that. But I want to remind everybody, when you're listening today, either live or on replay, or on the radio, KWIL 790 AM, that you can put a comment in the Facebook page of Hope 1079. Put a comment in the Facebook and have a chance to win a free entree from our amazing gift sponsor, Boulder Falls and the 1847 Bar and Grill. Such an amazing place, and you have a chance to win today. We will give one of these away tomorrow morning to a random listener that comments in the Facebook page. It's got to be the Hope 107.9 Facebook page. Love to have you comment there today. And Scott, I'm just excited about adding this new gift sponsor.
Yeah, absolutely. Boulder Falls, it's just such a beautiful location out there, right at the foothills of the Cascade Mountains on that east side of the Willamette Valley. It's just such a gorgeous spot. Restaurant's wonderful, and what a blessing to be able to have them as our gift sponsor.
It is a blessing. And I just want to remind everybody today that we are blessed that you're here. And don't forget, you can connect with Scott and I. We've got a great landing page at local.theexperience.video that's got more information about us, about this show, or you could go directly to our YouTube page at theexperience.video. Either one of those will get you great information. The one is straight to the YouTube page. The other is a great landing page with great information. Please go there today to the experience.video or the local.theexperience.video today for more information. And with that, let's get Ray in the room. What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, here he comes, my good friend, Ray of Sunshine, Mr. Ray Davis.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Ray, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, Scott, man. You look great.
Well, you look great, Ray, and we're so thankful that you're with us today. And you are such a blessing. You know, Davis Home Inspections, an amazing company I know you're going to talk about, but also just your connection to the community and all that you do. You bring that ray of sunshine every day. So why don't you give everybody a little snapshot? Who is Ray Davis and what are you all about?
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. In a lot of ways, I'm just a happy guy. I just try to be as happy as I possibly can. Focus on being happy. I'm a father of two wonderful young girls. One's in college and one's in middle school. They both light up my world. Outside of that, yeah, I think that I care a lot about people, and I like trying to bring some kind of ray of sunshine in every single way, if I can, to other people. So I guess that's the best way of describing it, huh?
So tell us, Ray. So Davis Home Inspections, and by the way, I'm a big fan of home inspectors. I've been using them for decades, literally.
Yes.
Sad enough to say. But tell us about Davis Home Inspections and how you got started in this business.
All right. Ooh. All right. I'll try to keep it short because I know we only got a 30-minute show. And but I was in retail management for a long period of time, and I realized that the glass ceiling that I believed in was actually made of concrete in that industry, and really wanted to get into real estate and flipping houses. And sure enough, did some research, and I did flip a couple houses, but did some research and learned about home inspection. And sure enough, had some experiences where we needed a home inspector in some aspects of things that, long story short, if we would have had a home inspector, certain problems wouldn't have existed, or they would have been able to be figured out and fixed, and whatnot. So once I learned a little bit more about the industry, I really respected home inspectors before that. But when I saw that you can make and scale this business and be something real and actually help people, I was all about it. So 14 years now, 14 years and in business and loving every minute of it.
Nice. Before we get too far, tell people why and what the home inspection business. Yeah.
That is a really good question, Scott, because one, a lot of people have no idea what a home inspection is. They have no idea, even though, they know, okay, well, it sounds like this. Well, it's not that entirely. Yeah. We're coming in and we're checking to find out to see if the home is doing its primary function and purpose, meaning that if all of the mechanicals, such as the ovens, the furnaces, the hot water heaters, things like that, we're inspecting to see if it's working. We're literally trying to put the house in a physical. So we're trying to turn on all of the components. We're trying to make sure to see what's going on. We're looking for safety issues, overdue maintenance issues. So yeah, we're looking at roof. We're looking under the house at the crawl space. We're looking at the foundation. We're looking at support columns and all those other little things. Now, some people think that we're magical unicorns. We're not entirely. We cannot. We have a respect, basically, clause where we cannot damage anyone's home. So even if we see that there may be a potential issue, we can't break down anyone's walls. We can't tear anything apart. In certain aspects, we can't even move personal items when we're doing a home inspection. So a lot of it is visible. Yeah, we do a lot of physical work, but mainly, we're testing the main components and we're looking to see if we can find a lot of information based on that. And oftentimes we do. But also people look at home inspectors as being the people that, at the same time, if there is a problem, they may think that, the home inspector is supposed to catch that. I don't like that word. Catch comes into fishing. It doesn't come into home inspection. So we're trying to look and see what the home is telling us at the time. And as a result, we find a lot of things. We see a lot of things happening. We can report a lot of things where people can negotiate, and they can go back to their real estate agent and make a due diligence decision on the purchase.
Yeah, I think what I love about you, Ray, and all that you do mostly is how you are so concerned about making sure you give the homeowners all of the information that you can give them. And I think what's important with that too is that you are just a real man of integrity in all that you do. So I want to ask you a little bit about, we so often, we bring ourselves to our job, right? We bring ourselves to our business, and your faith and your family are such a critical part of that. Tell us a little bit about how your faith plays a role in all that you do, how it builds up what you really stand for, the integrity in your business.
It's so funny you asked that. I was speaking to my mom yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I was telling her how I was going to be interviewing with you guys, and we both laughed because I was born in the faith. I was just born into it. So I'm originally from McKinney, Texas. My whole family has been involved in church for a long period of time. If my family members are listening or watching this, Good Hope Baptist Church in McKinney, Texas started it. So so I have cousins who can sing and preachers and all kinds of stuff that's been in our lives from the very beginning. I don't know life without it, to be honest with you. Now I do understand a lot of things. I'm not that guy that's able to recite, some of those biblical things, but I get the gist of them, and I really do appreciate them. And so as a result, when the storms come, I know that sit, be patient, believe, conjure, be thankful, be appreciative in so many different ways. And I think what it's also taught me is patience, a lot of patience. Understanding that obviously I don't have the control, but understanding people, understanding where they're coming from, giving that grace to be able to move within the confines of what's going on. And I know it's taught me to be a better father for sure.
And speaking of father, I'll just remind people too that Ray Davis is the guest here on the Experience Local, Davis Home Inspections. And you mentioned your daughters. You mentioned being a good father. How do you balance and integrate faith, business, and family?
All right. Well, the Father is the head, and that is our God of the universe. So I let that guide me in every way. And then I put my daughters in front of my business. And then I put my business after my daughters, and then pretty much everything after that. Because if you're going to be in business, man, you better get ready. Now, teaching and understanding lifestyles and within how all that works. I got my youngest daughter plays softball. So she really wants to be a really good softball player. So supporting that, being present, so she can, even if she's having a bad game or, she's having the presence of a father there. I think that's one of the biggest things. I'm praying for words right now. I think that was the biggest thing, that bringing up my children or my kids. That's one of the things I really recognized. Even if it was one of those things where just being present in so many different ways. And then that presence begets, the conversations, the openness for them to be able to feel as if they can deliver or ask me questions, even if I play devil's advocate, where I choose to mess with them a little bit. But, being able to know that and then teaching them how to stand with their own 2 feet with their heads up as wonderful, beautiful women in this world that we live in. So it's all major part of it. Major part of it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you are such a family man, and that is such a focus, because really, after God, our family is the most important thing in life. And if we're going to invest in things in our life, we're not going to be sitting back years from now saying, I wish I had worked harder. I wish I had spent less time with my family. And that's what I love about you, Ray, always having your priorities straight. And it also extends to your really close friends. And I'll take one of those spots that you are willing to spend time with as you build community, even in the midst of all that. And we can all only spend so much time with so many people. I get that. But how do you balance that? Not only your faith in your family, but taking it to your friends as well, because that's so important in community, whether it revolves around your business or whether it revolves around just relationships that help each other, right? Because we're better together.
Yeah, we are. Well, first I would say this: my closest friends know that I hustle. I go, man. I love the chase. It's I don't even want to call it necessarily chase. It's my hunt. I love getting in the car. I love going and doing my inspections. I love going to go and see what my kids are doing. I just enjoy it. As a result of that, the concept and construct of time means that not everybody can fit in. And as a result, I let my friends know that I love them, but I may not be able to spend it or kick it with them, because I'm going to prioritize these things. But when we do get a chance to hang, we're going to have a really good time. And as a result of that, it's served me well. I'm not a guy that looking for trouble or any of the other stuff. All of us on this podcast right now of the age where, there's priorities. We got lawns to mow, we got dogs to walk. So yeah, prioritizing all of those things, but definitely putting obviously God first, putting yourself in your health second, and then obviously my daughters, because if I'm not right, then my daughters aren't right. But I just love that. And then my friends, I love them. My family, I love every single one of them. I don't try to or believe in trying to have hate in my heart. If it's a feeling of that, then I just don't think about it. I just move on. But other than that, no, it's love. It's love from a distance, but it's love just the same, brother. Just the same.
That's right.
Yeah, this past weekend I was walking past the school softball diamond, and the girls were out there playing, and one of the girls was up to bat and got a great hit, and their dugout, right? Her dugout breaks out in the cheer. And it just reminded me when my girls were playing. And I think this is what we need to incorporate this in the business world, that enthusiasm when someone does well. Tell us, because Ray, you are the ray of sunshine, and this is Ray Davis of Davis Home Inspection, today's guest on the Experience Local. Tell us about how you celebrate like your daughter might.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, in business, usually if I have a client that calls me, I'll congratulate them in every single way. Even with my real estate agent clients, because I usually have two clients on a deal, one being a buyer or the real estate agent, the buyer's real estate agent. I congratulate them on the deal. I'm just so happy and elated, even if I haven't seen them in a long period of time or any of the other stuff, because I know that they put in the grind, they put in the hustle, they put in the belief. And that should be rewarded in that. One of my spiritual gifts is being an exhorter. That's just who I am. I'm not afraid to give a compliment. I'm not afraid to say nice things. I just believe in that. I just really do. I know that it fills my cup when someone does it to me, even though I try to brush it off. But I think that that's one of the ways that God lets you know, like, hey, Even if he can't tell you or it can't tell you, someone else has been sent to do that, and receive it. And it's the same thing when I'm at my girls' games, and especially little Deanna when I cheer for every single kid. I cheer for the kids even on the other team. You know what I mean? Because I want to see them be successful, and I know that when they do things that make them feel successful, and someone's there to witness that, oh man, you see so many different developments. You see so many different changes. Like when you go, you see little girls walk in and step into the batter's box, and they're at one point in time they're afraid of the ball. Once they start hitting that ball, you see a totally different confidence stance. There's a whole new different ball game, and then there's a flow of the game that happens because of it. My youngest, Deanna, she's only been playing for a couple years, but now she's on a select team, and in which that makes life a little bit harder in terms of travel. But she went from not playing and Daddy, I want to play. Daddy, I want to play. Daddy, I don't understand why I'm not playing. It's like, honey, just give it a chance. You just keep working hard. Once she got on and had an opportunity, my daughter went from playing center field to now playing catcher, center field, shortstop, third baseman. The only thing she doesn't do is catch. No. Pitch. So she has become instrumental in seeing that amongst her teammates. She feels confident. She loves it. She's like, Daddy, I want to play in college. And it's like, okay, well, let's try to find a way to help that to happen. Not because of it being college, just because I want to feel you be successful the way that you want to feel it, And I think that it takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of following faith in that, because, the things that we don't see are the things that we still have to believe in, even if someone's trying to tell you that it's not possible, it's not going to happen, all that stuff. And so having someone on your journey helping push you along or be right there beside you and seeing your wins, that's huge, man. It really uplifts their spirit and uplifts mine too.
Yeah. I love that, Ray. I love what you personally authentically are all about. You're about uplifting people. That's why you're the ray of sunshine. You're all about making people smile and adding joy to people's lives. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. And we need to believe that every day. And I'm thankful for friends like you, Ray, that constantly remind me of that. And I love what you just said about your daughters and really encouraging them, because you are being present as a father. You are paying attention to them and you're encouraging them to be all they can be. And so what would your message be to people in business today, watching or listening, saying, you know what, I'm struggling being all that I can be. I'm struggling with my faith. What would be your moment of sunshine for them today?
Okay. Well, I'll say this. I thank you for talking and asking, saying those nice compliments about my daughters. I am very humble in that, though. I don't know if I'm doing it perfectly. I don't even want to put myself in a place where I'm the best father, perfect father, but I do love being a father to my children. And so I humbly believe that I'm trying to do the best that I can. With those who are in business and they're going through hard times and they're feeling certain ways and they feel as if maybe the bills are tight. Conjure it. Believe in it. Don't step away from it. There's things that if you do step away, you might feel like a failure. That's not what it is. Failure is a figment of our imagination. And we can allow our minds to go to a certain place, find a way to get out of your mind, find a way to believe, stay faithful, still look at it from what you projected your vision to be, not necessarily for the circumstances that are happening now. I think that one of the things that we've learned in the storms, I guess if I can paraphrase, Jesus was on the boat, right? And he's on the boat, I think, with Peter, right? And they're going out on that long fishing trip. And sure enough, the storms arise. I still remember this as a little kid because I read this. And the storms arise. And Peter's like, I'm going to go down. I'm paraphrasing, so I'm acting out a little bit. But Jesus is like, I'm going to go down because I'm a little tired. I'm going to get some sleep. You just steer the boat and keep it going that way. And sure enough, Jesus goes down. Also, keep seeing the storm coming. Keep seeing the storms coming. Those are the things that are in our minds that come that we keep thinking about, keep focusing about. Meanwhile, Jesus said, just keep it going. So he goes down and he tells Jesus the storm's coming. And every single time there's an issue, he keeps telling Jesus. Jesus is like, look, man, I'm trying to sleep. Sleeping is good. And everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And sure enough, everything gets to a crescendo where the storm is right up on him and everything. And Peter goes back downstairs, grabs Jesus. Jesus finally gets up, comes up, holds his hands out in the bow of the boat and stops the storm and then looks at him and says, simply put, I told you never to worry. When you put your faith in it and when you put your belief in it, and then when you put your angst and all those things in it, don't worry about circumstances. Circumstances will work themselves out. Conjure it. You have been given this ability by God to be able to ask and get what you want. And if you do it in the right place, you can conjure it. You can tell it to come, but be appreciative of every single thing that's happening because you're going to learn from it and it's going to be able to get you there. And as a result, when success comes and it comes in many different ways, just be thankful.
I love
Just
it.
be
Ray,
thankful.
we've got Ray Davis Home Inspections is today's guest. Man, that is just a beautiful story. You had mentioned a little bit earlier too about things that we can control and things that we can't control. And I'll just say for home inspection, here's something that I can control. We had an older home and we were going to put it on the market to sell. So you would think, hey, we'll call up the real estate broker and have them come and take a look. The first thing I did is I called a home inspector and I paid as the pre-seller, right?
Yeah.
Have them come and give me a report. So I knew ahead of time, are there things I need to be worried about or concerned about? Because a lot of us, we just don't know.
Yes.
But
yes.
Bring in Ray.
Yeah. The slogan of my business is professional seamless value. Because the value is there when you get a home inspection.
That's right.
A house is alive. Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. You got man-made mechanicals in that home. You got it's been constructed. You got soil that's moving underneath. All these things are happening that we don't think is happening because we just think that it's a stationary thing. But being able to have that home inspection is another set of eyes. It's another set of information. That you can come in with your bucket list, figure things out, work on things, give yourself time. And then once again, you can negotiate it. You know what you're trying to get into. Right. And that right there is so valuable. I love being able to talk to my clients because in that moment, I think that there's more that they can see and they can sense. So welcoming them to the inspection. We're trying to articulate it as best we can. We put it in this multi-page report that has, legalese language. But usually when you get a chance to go and get that value, you understand a lot more. But yeah, it helps to take a little bit of the emotion out of it. So once again, you do your due diligence.
So and Ray, you do amazing things, and we're so thankful for you. And we've got to wrap things up for today. Quickly give everybody, how do they get in touch with the Ray of Sunshine, Mr. Ray?
All right. The telephone number is 541-801-4588. You can email me at ray@davis1, that's DAVIS 1, as in ONE.com, or ray at red home inspection, red being my middle, my initials, .com. And our website is www.davis1one.com. So reach out. I'll be happy to talk to you, ask any questions. You can text, call. Even if I'm not your inspector, I don't mind talking to you about any of that stuff. I'm not going to try to steal you. I'm just going to talk to you.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, guys.
Well, listen, we loved having you on. Thanks, everybody, for being here with us today on The Experience Local, live with Russ and Scott with Mr. Ray Davis today. Until we see you next Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific, have a great day and a great life. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to find podcasts. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Catch the audio on KWIL 790 AM Monday evenings at 6 p.m. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Experience Local with Russ and Scott.